If my body is really a temple of the living God, I have been a really bad custodian. This is Beth Wee in the Koinonia Kitchen, and I want to talk to you about some of the issues when you're powerless over certain foods. I have been an inconsistent custodian of my body because I couldn't surrender completely to being powerless over certain foods. Not everybody has this issue, but I do. I'm powerless over refined sugar, for example. When I eat refined sugar, I break out in an allergy. I want more. Now remember, an allergy is just an abnormal physiological reaction to a substance or thing. And for me, when I ingest white sugar, refined sugar, I want more sugar. I crave sugar ongoing. And I gotta be honest, it's not just for a little while. It can go on for weeks. I just want more and more sugar. That's the abnormal physiological reaction. I also get a mental obsession. I start thinking about other things that are sweet that I want to eat. I'll start thinking about whatever. And it can be things that I don't chew gum, for an example. But I'll think, oh, maybe I should get some gum. I don't chew gum. But if I've introduced sugar into my diet, gum will look like a possibility. Not because I want to chew gum, but because I want the sugar that's in the gum. And what about the spiritual thing? You know, it doesn't sound like a big deal, but the spiritual part of addiction is when I step away from my moral code. It's called demoralization. And how do I step away from my moral code because of sugar? That sounds crazy, doesn't it? No, it doesn't, because I start to hide things. I hide what I'm eating. It means that I don't think it's okay to be eating what I'm eating, so I won't eat it in front of other people. And the hiding tells me that I've stepped away from what I think is moral, what I think is good, what I think is righteous for me. So I got to tell you that the demoralization grows, and I start to have false beliefs. And now, at this tender age that I'm at right now, I've been doing some quantifying of some of these false beliefs. I have years worth of false beliefs on weight, on diet, on food, on my worth, on comfort and what brings comfort. I've been talking nonsense to myself about food for years. I've gained weight, I've lost weight, I've gained weight, I've lost weight. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know what fat clothes are. You have fat clothes in your closet for when you're fat, and you have other clothes for when you're not. People that don't have powerlessness issues over food might not know what that meant. But that's what I'm talking about. I've been embarrassed about my weight. I've lost the desire to be beautiful. I've used food as a comfort instead of going to God for my comfort. The core deception for me was that I was insignificant, and so I wanted control over something. So I used food as a thing that would give me security. But food doesn't create emotional security, but I tried over and over to make it do so. That, my friend, is powerlessness at a really deep level. You know, today I can admit I'm powerless over certain foods, and my life has become unmanageable because of that powerlessness. Thank God for God. That's right. Thank God for God. Because there is one who has all power. And I hope if you're struggling with food and powerlessness, that you will find him now. It's time to take addiction out of the shadows and shine the encouraging light of recovery on everyone affected. Good Seed Podcast is powered by BethWE.com, a nonprofit ministry based in Vero Beach, Florida. We'll start the uncomfortable conversations that turn despair into hope and complacency into action. Connect, communicate, and thrive with us. Check us out online at BethWE.com. Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk again soon.